Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm Misty at Skeeter Jones and this is this week's things. This time I have no idea what this is going to be. It could just be total craft lot. I don't know. That's because I ordered this a long time ago. These two right here are from Nancy over at Coastal Cameo, and I'll try to remember to put the name of her channel here on the screen. I know I say that a lot and I'll say here's somebody's channel name and then I forget to put it in there when I'm editing, but hopefully I will remember that this time. But I have those two from Nancy over at Coastal Cameo, and this one is from Stacy at My Love of Jewelry. So I'm going to be opening both of these this week for this week's things, and hopefully there will be wearable things in there for you to order. And if not, I'll make it up later this week with some crafted items, and I'll let you know a day or two ahead of time with a post as to what day that sale will drop. So all of that being said, that's what I have for you this week. And if you're interested in anything that I'm showing in today's video, whether it's a craft item or a wearable piece, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings@gmail, and we will work it out there. So let's jump right into these two packages from Nancy at Coastal Cameo and this box from Stacy at My Love of Jewelry. So here we are. I recorded that intro a few days ago, actually, well, there's been a few days since the day I recorded the intro and the day I'm actually filming this unboxing. So this was bought back in July, and it is from Nancy over at Coastal Cameo. So I can't remember if it's a, I just can't open it. That's why you're looking at a black screen. I can't open that in my light box because it's just too small in there. So I ordered this from Nancy at Coastal Cameo, and I can't remember if it was wearable pieces or if it's a total craft lot. So hopefully there'll be things in here I can offer up. We will see. This is the first of two from Nancy, and then I have some from Stacy over at My Love of Jewelry, and then the box I got from Amy at Ultrasound Wanderer. So this is what came out of the box from, or the first package anyway, from Nancy. So let's just get going. I'm going to pull all of these things. Well, tell you what, we'll just look through the box, through the bag here at first peeks. Got some nice, that looks kind of Art Deco-y looking. I mean, not definitely from the period, but it has just that look, that design. So that would be nice to craft with if it's not a whole piece. Something's got some notes on it there. Looks like maybe some crystal possibly here. That's interesting. So neat. This looks neat. This looks like some malachite, maybe. Might need to test. Oh, it's broken there. But maybe these little pieces might be able to come off and be used for something. We'll see. But I'll pull everything. Well, I'll take that back again. I was going to dump everything out on my table and then bring it in a little bit at a time into the light box, but I'll just see what I can do. So here's this Art Deco looking thing. I love book chain. I love how just substantial it looks. I actually have a book chain chain belt that I'm planning to convert into other things. I just am looking for a few pieces to finish that project. But this has these little sort of pendants hanging down, these Art Deco looking kind of little pendants with, looks like mother of pearl maybe, or no, those are just acrylic, little acrylic stones and little clear rhinestones and these sort of golden yellowy colored rhinestones. And I just love book chain. And it's got some wear, but you've probably heard me say this before if you've been here for a while. To me, some wear actually adds to the look of the piece. Like I would clean this up for sure. It's got a little bit of, dirt and stuff on it. I'll clean it up and polish it up the best I can, but some of the wear that's on here actually just adds to the vintage look of it. So I probably wouldn't do a whole lot to this. And I don't know, honestly. I think I'll offer this up like it is, and then if it doesn't sell, I'm going to make something out of it. So we have our first piece right here. And I will clean this up a little bit, polish it a little, but I'm not going to totally take care of all the wear and everything, just because, like I said, I just feel like that adds to the look of it. So this thing is going to be item number 1, and it's a choker. I guess I need to give you some information on it first. So let's see. I'm measuring it outside of the light box. The length on it from end to end is about 13.5, and then it has a 3-inch extender. So this is going to be a choker, and it looks really neat. It's item number 1, and I'm going to do that one for $5. If it doesn't sell, that's going to go in my craft supplies, because I love crafting with that thick-looking brass chain, and that's what the chain appears to be, in my opinion. It looks like it's brass. Oh, wait a minute. There's a stone missing right there. I thought I looked at all that carefully. There is a stone. I'm going to see if that stone turns up somewhere in the pile before we're done. And then if I find the stone, I'll put it back in and the price stays. But if the stone is not found, 2 stones. Oh my goodness, 2 missing stones. Let's just go ahead and knock that price down to $3. And still, if it doesn't sell, then that's going to be craft supplies for me. So getting off to a fun start. There we go. If there's time in this video, I may do some impromptu crafting. Let's see. This is a craft piece right here. I quite likely will do some impromptu repairing. Now, I can't see where this belongs because all these pieces seem to be here. This is a Charter Club, which I think that's a Macy's house brand. Okay, there are other things with these blue stones, and here's another blue stone floating around that seems to go with that piece. But let's get back to this one. Maybe this goes... No, there's not really a place where that looks broken. So it doesn't go there at the bottom. But it does look like a pendant. And it does look like it goes with this. But there's not really a place where... See, it has a ring on it, like it used to be hanging off of something. And it definitely goes with this necklace. But right here, there's not... Oh, there is. Right there. That's where that would have broken off. So what am I going to do here? I'm just going to craft with that one. Yeah, I'm going to list this one, or offer this one, I mean. This will be number 2, and I'll do it also for $3. And if it doesn't sell, then it also will go into my craft supplies. It's really pretty. Let's give you all the information on it. It looks nice. The chain really doesn't have much wear, just some light surface scratching. The chain's really nice. Really like that chain. The length on the necklace It has a drop of about 7 3/4 inches, and it has an extender that's 2 inches long. So I'll do this one for craft for $3, and if it doesn't sell, then I'll be making something out of that. This might just all be craft stuff. I'll go ahead and get this one out of the way because I already know it's craft from having seen this little stone floating around. I love the peacock colors in this, and that stone is easily replaceable. I like the chain. The chain looks like brass. It feels a little heavy. Erica Lyons, I think that's what that brand is. So some light tarnishing. Yeah, that's just tarnishing. And it has these pretty peacock colors. Let's make sure all the other stones are here. No, it's missing a little pearl right there. So I wonder if that pearl will show up. And there's another missing pearl right here too. So there's 2 missing pearls. And then there's a little bit of paint gone off of that pearl. So, well, there we go. This one has a little bit of wear, so we're going to do this one also craft for $2. And I think this must have just been a craft lot that I ordered from Nancy way back in July. I'm going to have some wearables in this show. Just keep with me. Maybe in editing I can I'll see the timestamp where the wearables start, and I can put that on the screen for you somewhere. Okay, what is this? This has a broken lobster clasp. HH. I don't know what that is. It's not House of Harlow. That looks like a water lily logo there. So this looks like a lanyard. It has glass or acrylic beads, glass beads. And then these are not really seed beads. They're a little bit larger than seed beads. And then you have these tube beads here that have some silver foiling on those. And then these faceted clear glass beads and rondelles. And it's just a repeating pattern all the way down. And then you have your clasp here that's broken. So I don't know if my cutter will cut that off. And I can just put a new clasp on that, really. And then this is a nice wearable lanyard. Let me see if I can take this off. There's not another way to open it, so I'll just have to see if my my clippers can clip through that. I'll be right back. All right, let's see. I don't think these were intended to cut through something this thick. Well, what do you know? Okay. So off we go with the broken clasp, and let me put a new one on there. Okay, I'm going to add a ring to it because the clasp I have is the same kind. There's not really a way to open it up like right there. So I'm going to use this ring, if I can keep from losing it, that is. I'm going to use this ring to attach the clasp to the lanyard. And there we go. Our first fully wearable piece. And here it is. It's got the little clasp right here. The length on it is, it just looks like really a standard lanyard length. The drop is 16 inches all the way down to here. And then this from here down is about 3 inches. So there we are. That is going to be item number, well, we're on 4 now. And we'll do that one for just $3. A pretty shiny, silvery lanyard. If you want to purchase anything you see in this video, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings at Gmail, and we will work it out there. And we've already looked at this. I'm not sure if I could, yeah, that's just resin, I think. Just looking at the look of the inside right there where it's broken. And I'm not sure I could do anything with those if I got them off. So I'll just make a craft lot, and this will be the first item that goes in that craft lot. Okay, this is a craft piece. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Okay, I will take this out of the light box and see if I can figure out what's going on with that. Okay, here's what's going on with this. It used to be a necklace, but something didn't thread through right here because it's closed off, and I can see a little bit of glue here. So something used to be glued in to each end right there. So I'm gonna wait. I'm seeing a purse charm right here. So I'm gonna wait and see if I come across anything else in this video that will go well with this, and I will put it together with one of my purse charm clasps, and I'll do some impromptu purse charm making. All right, so now this will be, let's see, we're number 4. Here are some earrings that this looks like hematite, and then some silver tone with a little rope design. It's put together like little links. So all silver tone. I don't see a name on these. There is like a little rhinestone. So many makers use that as their signature that it may as well not, they may as well not do it, because it's not a signature when it looks like a million other signatures. But this is what these look like. So it's hematite and silver tone put together in these oval chain links with the rope detail right here in the middle, on the middle link. That's what they look like all the way around. Those will get a cleaning and some backs. I have brand new backs for these. There we go. So these get brand new backs, and they will get a cleaning in the ultrasonic. And we'll do those for $3. And those are number 4, right? No, those are number 5. It is too early in the video for me to already be losing track of what number I'm on. That usually happens later. What did I say? $3 for number 5. And those are really pretty. Okay. That's what this is. Oh, a free gift. Thank you, Nancy. Single earring lot. Hopefully you can work your magic and make some lovely upcycled pieces. I definitely will. I'll get into that maybe in a separate video. We'll see. Oh, maybe there's something in here that can go with these circles right here for that purse charm I was talking about. I'll see about that later. All right. Oh, this is cool. So I've gotten lots of lion pieces lately. I got the door knocker that I made into a necklace, and then a door knocker single earring, and then I got some door knocker like smaller earrings just like it, you know, where he had the little circle in his mouth. So I made earrings to match the necklace, or those were earrings that went with the necklace that I made. There's a little bit of the gold tone wearing off on this curb chain. Yeah, you can see right there. But this is a really fun piece. It's very heavy looking, and it actually is heavy. I don't see a maker on it anywhere, but that's pretty cool. You have the little gold tone lion. He's got a lot of detail in his face right there, and he's like 3D with these really bright rhinestones around the outside and then the black enamel around. And like I showed just a minute ago, there are places where the gold tone is rubbing off, but it doesn't look terrible. I would say this probably still has some life left in it. I can polish it up a little bit. Let's see, there's some wear right there. I can polish it up some, and that will sort of diminish the look of that wear. And that will be a nice piece, I think. It does have wear, but I think it still has a little bit of life left in it. The drop on it is 7 inches, and the extender is 3 inches. And remember, that doesn't mean that you can use the extender and then it will have a drop of 10 inches. Your extender, you divide that in half, and that tells you how much more drop you'll get on a necklace. So this one is really cool, and it's nice and heavy. It looks really neat. So we'll do that one for number 6. We'll do that one for $4. Honestly, I would probably do this one for $10 if it didn't have the wear on it, just because of it's nice and weighty, and it just looks nice. So the lion necklace, number 6 for $4. Let's see about this. This is broken necklace bits with missing rhinestones. So won't even really go into that one. I'll just show it to you, and it'll go in the craft lot. It's sort of amber colored, golden and honey colored rhinestones. Some of them have actual fabric lace stretched over them, and then gold tone chain. And yeah, there is a maker. Let's see. INC. So that is the maker on that. But this is just going to go in the craft lot along with that green bracelet. Okay. These are some vintage looking beads. They have sort of that 1960s kind of look to me. They're just faceted green acrylic or plastic beads. This is not a 1960s piece. I can just tell because of the elastic there. And that elastic is just it's done. It's not going to last much longer. So I will actually just go ahead and put that in the craft lot also. Here are some sort of amber colored beads. These are not amber. These are all acrylic beads. You have these shades of like burgundy, this sort of maroon, not maroon, amber colored acrylic, and then these kind of marbleized brown beads on this gold tone links, holding them all together. And then a little bit of other gold tone detail here near the front. Is that where that is? Let's take this out and look at it. Okay, here's how it goes. Here's the clasp right here. There's not an extender, so when I measure it, just the drop is the drop. But here's what it looks like as it goes down, and it's sort of asymmetrical. So on this side right here, you have these gold tone links. And you come down a little bit more, and you have the same thing on this side. And then that's it. And you come all the way down to the bottom. And the beads are graduated. The ones up near the top are a little smaller, and the ones near the front are larger. But these beautiful fall colors. Browns, golds, maroon, this kind of honey amber color. That's actually really pretty with the gold tone, little gold tone details in it. So that is going to be, and remember there's not an extender. The drop is 14.5 inches. Let's look a little closer. Let's see, this gold tone, is that wear or is that just dirt? I think that's just dirt. Yeah, I think that'll mostly clean off. Because the rest of the chain doesn't show wear. And the other loop doesn't show the same kind of coloration. So I think this is just dirt that will probably polish away. So this is a really pretty necklace, and we will do this one. This one's going to be number 7. And we'll just do that one for $3. Love the colors on that one. Actually, I'm going to try to polish that up right here. Here's my rights. I'm trying to get in the habit, trying to establish a habit of demonstrating that stuff as I go. So that will be new and different for me, so I'm not always going to remember it off the bat. Doesn't take much polish. And look, you can see it just come right off. And look how it just shines up. I don't know if that's coming across on video or not, but it just shines up really quickly. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort, a whole lot of elbow grease, just a little. And it takes off so much that looks like wear. Look at this side where I've polished it. I'm sure at least the difference will come across. And then this side where I haven't. Like that looks like it could be wear and tone loss. But you turn it around here and find out, no, that was just dirt. So let's finish getting the rest of that off. And then I'll bag that up for $3 for somebody. I am not sponsored by Wright's Silver Cream at all, but I do like to call by name the products I use when I'm fond of a particular brand or a particular product. Okay, there we go. that went from looking very worn to not worn at all. And we found out that it was actually just dirt. So, and here's what came off of it, right there. So, Wright's silver cream saved the day. It looks like this other ring actually could use a little polishing also. It doesn't look as bad as the other one did, but let's go ahead and take care of that one while we're at it. And then move on to the next piece. I've seen some dramatic changes made in pieces that really just look like they were worn all to heck, and then I polished them and they just look almost like new sometimes. Okay, and there we are, nice and bright and shiny. Then I just take a clean part of the cloth and make sure I have all the excess polish wiped away. I think I did not do that on the other ring, so let me do that. And done. And those look great now. Nice. Okay. So now putting away the polish for the time being. And this gorgeous necklace is going to be number 7 for $3. Okay, number 8 maybe. This is acrylic, just plastic black faceted beads, multi-strand. It's pretty. These little end caps could use a little polishing, and I think I'll take care of that on the spot here. There's nothing wrong with this other than just some oxidation right here on these end caps. So let's get the polish right back out and see how that polishes up. And it doesn't take a whole lot. That really could possibly have not even been discoloration. That could have been made that way, the way it's looking. Maybe not. It's taking off quite a bit of grime, I guess, and oxidation. It's kind of hard to move my hands around very much in this light box. I'm going to take this out for just a second. Okay, I could be wrong here, but this looks like it's like this barely green color. It just doesn't look like verdigris to me. And it actually looks like it was intentionally put down in those little grooves. And there's a faint rose gold tone, or either maybe some copper showing through. Really hard to tell, but it looks nice. So it doesn't really look like, it doesn't look bad at all. Still life left in this piece, and plus the clasp would be in the back, especially if your hair is long enough that it would cover the back, then you wouldn't really have to be concerned about how it looks on those caps. I'm just polishing them up a little bit more, just rubbing off any excess silver cream. So this one's hard to tell, but I'm going to go ahead and offer that one up just like it is here for, I'll do that one for $1. And I think it's actually, $1. I think it's actually at least like a $2 or $3 piece, but I'll do it for $1, and then if that doesn't sell, I may just craft with those beads. And there we are, the plastic multi-strand beads for $1. Okay, this, I can't really do anything with these. So I'll put this in craft, in the craft lot that we have going. This is a little chain with a star on it. P and B, I don't know that brand. And it looks like an anklet, or maybe a bracelet. Let's close it up and see what measure. No, this isn't going to be an anklet. Okay, it's got a nice little delicate star. That's the back of it. Right, there we go. So at its shortest, it's about 6 3/4 to a 7. And at its longest, it's about a 7 3/4 to an 8. P and B is the name brand that's on the hang tag right there, and I'm not familiar with that brand at all, but it's just a simple little gold tone with a sweet little star on it bracelet. And we will do that one. We'll do that one also for $1. And that's, whoops, our last one was number 8, right? This is number 9. So how many times have I already lost track of what number I'm on? And it's still early. Still early in the video. Little star bracelet, number 9 for $1. Okay, here's another, you know, I might just make a lot. There we go, I am. So here's another bracelet, and it's also P and B. And it just has these little 2 bead stations. And I wouldn't be surprised if these originally came as a set. Let's see if the sizes are the same. Yep, 6 3/4 to a 7. And then its largest, probably 7 3/4 to an 8. Yeah. So I'm going to put these together, the star and the little gold tone with the stations. Those will be number 9 as a lot, and still $1 for the lot. And here is something that's missing. It's pendant. Love this chain. This is gorgeous wheat chain. It has a look of sterling. Oh, it's Chico's. Okay. And it's not sterling because Chico's would definitely mark it 925 if it was, and there's not a mark here. But it's missing its pendant. So I'm going to hang on to this until I find a suitable pendant for it. And that takes care of the first lot from Nancy. And here's the next one. This one is also from Nancy at Coastal Cameo. And this one was ordered way back in August. So not as old as the last one. It was July. So let's see what's in here, because I don't remember what's in here either. I think that last one actually was just a craft lot. Let's see. This might just be a craft lot also that I ordered from Nancy. beautiful paperclip chain with, oh, this has like a little face in it on this pendant. It was hard to see everything in that last video. Let's clear everything out so you can see. So this is what this one looks like. I really like this paperclip chain. Just a gold tone chain that looks really nice. It's in great condition. Stainless steel. That means it's not going to tarnish. It'll keep its shine. And you can tell from the color, obviously it's not, it does have some kind of a coating on it, a gold tone coating. But there's this pendant with the face on it. That's really unique. I like that. The drop on this is 9 inches. 9? Hang on. My tape measure got kind of tangled up, so I don't think my measurement was good. The drop is 8.5 inches, and the extender is 2 inches. So we'll do this one for, let's see, it's number 10. Do that one for $2. It's really pretty. I'll probably list this for about $6 if it doesn't sell here. Okay, number 11. Okay, this says craft times 2, it says. See, here's just a gold tone chain, which I'll offer up and then just put it in my collection if it doesn't sell. But let's see what this is. Lots of pearls, little faux pearls with multiple chains. Oh, and it's missing. It looks like it probably used to have a couple more chains. It's on this chainmail backing, and it's pretty tangled. Let's see if I can get this undone. That's probably going to take a while. Let's see. Let me pause the camera for just a minute and see what I can do with this. Okay, there were not missing chains after all. I can see that they're all there. And this is what that looks like. It has these sort of swags of chain coming down. So you can't see that one. It's kind of, it hid. But you have these little swags coming down, and then 3 strands or 5 strands on each side of chain. And then you got a lobster clasp. And then all of these faux pearls mounted, they're all different sizes, mounted all over the front of this chainmail on the back. So I'll take a picture of this on Ethel so that you can see what it looks like on. And I'll try to remember to drop that picture in here in editing. But this is what it looks on the inside. You have these little sort of bars to keep it in place. And those have faux pearls on them, I guess, to make it more comfortable around your neck. But that is a very interesting look. And that one keeps sliding up under there every time I try to show it. But yeah, I'm going to take a picture of this on Ethel so you'll see what it looks like on. And then I'll try to remember to post it like up here in the corner when I do my editing. And this one definitely needs a bath, and she will get that. And we'll do this one. This one's going to be number 11. do that one for $5. It was in a bag labeled craft, but there's nothing wrong with it. It was tangled. Maybe that's why it was in craft, because it was significantly tangled. So I'll give this a bath and then polish it up nice and pretty as much as I can on the chains. And number 11 for $5. And then I'll try to remember to put a picture in. Okay, I went ahead and got up right now and took that picture. So hopefully I'll remember to drop it in when I do editing. So there we go, number 11 for $5. This one's a statement piece for sure. Okay, and then now number 12 will just be this gold tone, sort of a rose gold tone, curve link chain. It looks new. It's lightweight. It's not a substantial chain. It's about an 8-inch drop with a 3-inch extender. And you know what? Maybe, no, I was gonna put it together with those bracelets. You know what? I think I will. I'm gonna go ahead and put it here with these number 9 bracelets, and it'll still be just $1. So 2 bracelets plus a chain, still $1. So here is a silver tone necklace with paperclip chain, lobster clasp. I like this. These black acrylic beads and glass faceted beads. A little bit of AB coating on those, I think. Just some reflective coating. And a chain tassel at the end. I really like this. So I'm going to clean it up. It needs some cleaning. I'll close up some of these links that look like they're a little bit open. Let's see. Oops, I closed it up too far. I hope I don't break the thing right here. Let's see. That wouldn't be good. There we go. Link is closed. And I'll give this a bath. And let's see, there's some more links that aren't all the way closed, so I'll close up all of those. And this one's kind of long. It has a drop of 14.5 inches. The extender is 2 inches. And the tassel is 4 inches. So that's really pretty for whoever buys it. These links that you see, like, okay, they're a little bit curved. That's cool. Each link is a little curved. I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not. But some of them, like this, aren't quite closed. So I'll close up those a little more and give it a bath. But that one's really pretty. So this is a rescue operation. Number 12. And this one will just be, let's just do that one for $2. Lots of low prices today because they are pieces that just need a little extra TLC. Okay. This is, let's see, some gunmetal chain that's textured. Faux pearls. And some silver tone chain with the double links. Let's see. Well, and it's got 3 chains coming out from the lobster clasp, which tells me it is a layered necklace. Yes, here's the end right here. So you've got an extender, I think. Yeah, whenever I give you the measurement, it's going to have a 3-inch extender. And here's the look. So you've got a plain silver tone curb link, and then larger links that are doubled up like this with the faux pearls. And then the gunmetal links, which are textured, and they also have faux pearls. Really like that. Let's see, this is going to have multiple measurements. The shortest layer is an 8-inch drop, the middle layer 8.5, and the longest drop is 10 inches. And then remember, you have this 3-inch extender. That one looks like it's in perfect condition. I don't see anything wrong with it. The silver tone looks like it's in great shape. I don't see any scratching or wear or tone loss. There probably is at least just some light surface scratching, I would assume. But it's not very obvious. Okay, so this one is going to be number 13. And we'll do that one for $3. So for everybody who's new here, by the way, I have gotten several new subscribers recently, so thank you so much for joining the tribe. I appreciate everybody who has clicked that subscribe button. Okay, this is Banana Republic. And everybody who has clicked thumbs up and left me a comment, all of those things help the algorithm to be kind to me and make other people aware that I'm out here. So I appreciate all of those things that you do. 7.25-inch drop and no extender. It's just a silver tone Banana Republic chain. And we're just going to do that one for $2. And it's going to be number 14. So when you do contact me, for all the new people who don't know this already, when you contact me to order something, just in the subject line, you can just put the number and price of the item you're interested in. Like you'll just say number 14, $2, and if you want, you can put a Banana Republic chain, or something like that. But mostly the important thing is just the number and the price of the item. And that helps you to be able to continue watching and, claim things as you go. And it helps me to be able to respond to the pending and sold list a lot quicker. Okay, this is a gorgeous snail chain. It is a beautiful, beautiful snail chain. I don't see a mark on it, so no one gets credit for it, but it's just a standard snail chain. It's in great condition. I don't see any wear at all. I don't see, let's look close at the clasp. No, I don't see any tone loss either. It's in excellent condition. Very, very pretty. This one is a long one. There's not an extender on it, and the drop is 18 inches. And it's, I would call this condition like new. And we'll just do this one. Let's see, that's what number, I was about to call that number 13. This is number 15. And we're going to do this one for $4. That'll go in my craft supplies if it doesn't get bought here. It'll go in my supplies where it will sit and wait for a nice pendant. So number 15 for $4. All right, and that is the end of the ones from Nancy. So now this one is from Stacy at My Love of Jewelry. And let's see, it was also bought way back in August. So I don't remember if it's craft or wearables. We're about to find out. So make sure you go visit Nancy. Nancy's channel is Coastal Cameo, and Stacy's is okay, this was in the box. Stacy's is My Love of Jewelry, and they're both really nice ladies that I'm glad to have made acquaintance with here on YouTube. And so make sure you go check out their channels and subscribe to them. Let's see. So she did a great job of packing this stuff up. Let's see. This is a bracelet. This is another bracelet. This looks the same, except it's gold tone. So we'll go through all of these. I'm just getting them out of these boxes, bags right here. Oh wow, these are some really nice pieces. I'm going to have to get out the gem-eye for that one. This looks like it could be cinnabar. Or carved wood, maybe? Or is that cinnabar? Maybe coral and cinnabar? I don't know. I might have to research this one some more. Okay, let's look at what we have here. Okay, first, this was in a little bag, so it comes with the bag. The J. Crew necklace. Okay, now someone, I can't remember who it is, but someone isn't able to look at things that have little holes in them. So this is fair warning to you. I wish I could remember who you are, but you've contacted me about that, that you're not able to look at things like that. So fast forward after this one, because this doesn't exactly have little tiny holes, but it might be close enough to it that it might bother you. So here it comes. This is J. Crew necklace, and it has these little like oval cutouts with rhinestones in between, or rhinestones down inside. That's what it looks like. Very pretty. It's brass. Let's see, here's the construction on the back. I love those settings. Broken, discarded, old J. Crew. Some of my favorite crafting material. This one is not craft. This one's in great condition. Here's the hang tag right here. And let's see, it does have an extender, and it's clasped at the end of the extender right now. So the longest it can go is 9 inches, and the shortest it can go, that is to say without the extender, it is 8 inches. So that means it is 8 inches with a 2-inch extender, because remember, you divide the length of the extender in half to find out how much more drop you're going to get. that's beautiful. That is gorgeous. And it comes with its bag. And we're going to do the J. Crew for, let's see, that's going to be number 16. And we're going to do that one for $10. Actually, you know what, let's make that $8. So pushing ever closer to my 600 subscribers milestone, and when I hit that, we'll do another giveaway. I know a little bit about what my giveaway will be, but don't have it all nailed down yet, but I do know what some of it will be. And I'll let everybody know about that as time gets closer. But this is number 16 for $8. Let's talk about these bracelets. These look like they were originally a set, so I'm going to sell them that way. And they look new. I don't see any branding on them. It's a silver tone and a gold tone. And they do look new. I don't see any kind of marks at all. And they look like they're in excellent condition. Just sort of free form, but matching. And we'll do the set for $5. Will they fit in here? Yeah. And those are going to be number 17. We're going to keep this at 30 items. So if I hit my 30 mark, everything after that will be in another video. And that's because, I think I've explained it before, because of how I catalog and keep track of everything. If I have 30 items, they'll all fit on the front of one sheet of paper. And that helps me keep track of things a lot easier. So we're only going to have 30 items. So if I hit 30 and we still have things to go, the rest of the things will go in another video. But number 17 for $5 for this pair of bracelets. One gold tone, one silver tone. Okay, I'm going to do more research on this one. I'll come back to this one in another video because I need to brush up on my cinnabar identifying techniques, and I need to determine whether this is coral or if it's ceramic or what this is. So yeah, this looks a whole lot like cinnabar, but I'm not certain. It could just be resin. But yeah, I'll look more into that one. But this, I'm going to need to get out the gem eye. I think this is probably some amethyst here. I'm not sure what this is, but look, it's a carved face in the shape of an arrowhead. But it's got a face on it. And I don't know if this wire is anything. Let's see. No. Maybe brass, because it's got this kind of golden color. I think it's brass, probably. But I do want to know what these stones are. So I'm going to get the gem eye, and I'll be right back. It does keep seeming to go to glass, but you've heard me say before that that's not necessarily an indicator that it is glass. There are some stones that read in that range, and I think this is a stone. I thought it was going to be amethyst or maybe some kind of quartz, but it didn't show up in that range at all. Let's see what this is. It's also showing up in glass, but I'm pretty certain this is a stone of some kind. Do one more try. Let's Let's make sure we're getting a good reading here. Oh, maybe I need to recalibrate. Let me check. Okay, no, it's giving good readings. Let's try this again. Yeah, it's just showing up in glass, so I don't know what that could be. It does look a lot more like a stone than glass. There are a few chips here at the bottom, mostly on the back there, but you can see it just a little bit right there. And then you have these small beads and these tube beads with a little bit of the purple in them. Let me check these smaller beads, but my guess is they're probably going to also show up in glass. Yeah, but I kind of doubt that they're glass. I'm not sure what they are, but I doubt they're glass. But this is a gorgeous piece. I'm going to give it a good wipe down, and that's all I'm comfortable giving it, because if it is a stone of some kind, some stones don't do well in the ultrasonic and can be damaged by the ultrasonic, and since I'm not really certain, I'm pretty sure this is a stone. I'm just not sure what kind of stone. So I don't want to risk ruining it in the ultrasonic. So I'll just give it a wipe down, just some water and a cloth, and that's what I'll do for that one. There's some oxidation on the metal, but I'll wipe that down as well. I'll clean that off. And that's a really nice little tribal looking piece. That's going to be number 18. And I didn't give any measurements on that. This pendant's pretty sizable. The pendant's about 3 inches long and about 2 inches across at its widest part right there. The drop is 14 inches. So number 18 here, we'll do that one for $5, depending on whether that's a stone for sure, and as my suspicions lead me to think. So depending on whether it actually is a stone, and then if so, what kind of stone, it could be worth more than $5. So you may end up getting a great deal on this little item. It's a very interesting piece, especially if you like tribal type things. It's number 18 for $5. So now there's this. Quite possibly a craft lot. Okay, if there's no match for this, this is going to be a purse charm. I can tell you that. So this is just like a vinyl, like a gold lame kind of vinyl on the back, and then rhinestones and faux pearls on the front. And it's an earring, but it'll be a purse charm if there's not a match in here. Let's see. This is, see, that's an earring. This is a very short necklace. I guess a choker length. Oh, no, wait. It's a half of a necklace, because the clasp is like right here. So maybe there's more chain in here that goes on the other side. Or if not, really, I can just change that, because the chain on the other side would be the same length as this chain. So I could just open that up and just put the clasp on one side and still have the same necklace. Let me look really quick through here. We might do some impromptu crafting. Let's see, here's some nice chain right here. That has a name on it. What is that? Origami owl is what that is. But it's a double chain. It has lobster clasp on both ends. Let's see what I have going on here. I'll be right back. Okay, I am about to do some impromptu crafting, and I found out the reason, or I realized actually the reason that there is lobster clasp on each end is one is actually the lobster clasp that closes the necklace, and the other end is a lobster clasp for putting the little charms on it, because if you're not familiar with Origami Owl, they make charm jewelry. That's their primary thing. I don't know what else they make, but I'm going to shorten this a little bit, so it'll be about a 9 or 10 inch drop necklace, probably about a 9-inch drop. And then I'm going to take this chain off, since these links more kind of mirror the shape of the rhinestone links. And then I'm going to make that into a necklace. So here we go. So first, to shorten this, I'm going to take off the top part. Let's see, I think I counted down 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to open up this link. And then close that back. I can use it for something else later. And then take off the other end. I'll count up 7 links. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll take that one off. And then close that up to use another time. And I will be using the lobster clasp off of that to go back on here. So I'm going to take off this one at the bottom for hanging charms, because we're not hanging charms, and plus I need to take off the Origami Owl tag, because even though this is Origami Owl chain, Origami Owl did not come up with the design that this will end up being. So let's take those away. And then I need to open up these rings that are holding these rhinestone chain links on. And attach them here. And there's another one. Yeah, there it is. So we're taking this one off. Or not the ring, but opening up so we can take the old chain off. And then we'll put, where is it? There it is. And close that up together. There. So this is our new pendant. Just like that. And then we'll put the lobster clasp. Let's see, where's the one that I took off from the charm? There. Well, I need a ring for it. There it is. Okay. Is it facing the right way? Yes. Okay, now I've got the lobster clasp on. Just need to attach the ring on the other side. So do I have one on here that I can scavenge? Let's see. No, sitting here silent doesn't really doesn't really help. I'll take this one off. And there we go. Let's get the scraps out of the way. And here we are. There is our new necklace. The other one had a drop. If I had gone with just opening up the chain that was on it into a single strand, it had a drop of about 7 inches, which would have been a choker. So this has a drop of, let's measure it, should be about 9 inches. Yes, exactly 9 inches. So it's a drop of 9 inches, and then the pendant, the little chain link pendant, has a drop of about 3 inches from the top of this ring down to the bottom of the bottommost link. It's about 3 inches. And there that one is. And this is a nice, heavy little set of links. And I guess I should have checked for missing rhinestones before I did all that crafting and repairing and rearranging with it. Looking now, it looks like they're all there. Nope, there's one missing there, but I'll replace that. I have one that'll fit. So I'll replace that rhinestone. And that is it. So it's always a good day when I get to do some crafting. And this was going to be item number 19. And we're going to do that one for $5. This is new chain. You can tell that this chain is new, the origami owl chain right here. This is a nice heavy set of links, and I will be replacing the missing stone right there, and then some work went into it. So there we are, 19 for $5. Let's see. Always looking for hoops. Always looking for new things to do with hoops. Let's see. I'm pulling some things out of this bag. This is all craft pieces, I think. Here's a really pretty shell necklace that looks like nothing's wrong with it. Let's take a closer look at this. So the chain appears to be brass, and there's just this golden colored shell. Is that acrylic or is that shell? That's acrylic, yeah. But it has this nice look of shell. It's very iridescent. Mostly this golden color with streaks of sort of a rusty colored streak, sort of a greenish or in bluish colored streaks. It's very pretty. And the chain is this beautiful brass tone. I don't see a maker on it. So you've got a lobster clasp. Let's see what the length is. So it's got a really neat design, and I I actually have made some necklaces like this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a minute. While I have it out of the box, I'm going to go ahead and give you the measurement. It has a drop of 17 inches, and what I guess could be called an extender of about 5 inches. So I've made necklaces before so that when you wear your hair up, it has a little part that hangs down the back. So you wear your a sundress or something like that. Now I know this time of year not many people are going to be wearing sundresses, but if you wear something with an open back or something like that and then your hair up, this can just hang down the back, and I think it looks really nice. This may be made to be like that, or it could just be that this is the end of the necklace and this one little medallion, you know, it hangs on the back. Can't really tell. But the drop I gave you was clasping it right here as if this is meant to all hang down the back. So you have, 5 more inches or 2.5 more inches of drop if you were to clasp it right here instead. But it's a brass Rolo chain with these acrylic faux shell little medallions. Just a long, beautiful layering piece that you can wear with the piece hanging down the back, or you can just have the one little medallion at the back of your neck. But that's gorgeous, and we'll do that one for just $2. Beautiful layering piece. I see another set of links like those that we just put on that necklace. It might be like maybe there was another half to that necklace, and maybe what I'm seeing is the other half. Number 20 for $2. Let's go ahead and pull that out. It is, if I had just waited, we could have, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so it was, I was about to tell you a brand, but there is no brand. There's just a blank hang tag. So apparently it originally had, the 2 chains on this side, and let's pull that back out. And the 2 chains on the other, like this chain right here on the other side with these links. That was the original look apparently, like that. And then maybe whatever held them together right here is what's missing. So this is the one we just crafted. So we'll just craft with the other side as well. And maybe make it a whole little choker length thing. Well, I don't know, it'll be oriented this way. I'm off camera. It'll be oriented this way instead of this way. So that's going to give it at least, a couple more inches of length, of overall length, that is. So I think that's what I'll do. And then we'll take measurements on it and see what we get. So more impromptu crafting. We're going to open up one of these rings. And we'll take that off and actually take the ring off and put it on the other end. And then we'll put both strands of chain through that one ring. And then close it up. And then we'll put the other strand through this ring and close it up. Make sure those aren't twisted together. Okay, so that's neat. So that won't be exactly choker length. Now this side is twisted. I'm going to have to undo that so I can get it untwisted. But what we're going to end up with is a drop of 7 inches with another about 2 3/4 inch extender. So close to 3 inch extender, which means about 1.5 more inches of drop. So no, those actually aren't twisted. So they both lay nice and flat next to each other on this side, nice and flat next to each other on this side. And let's check for missing rhinestones here. There's a couple missing. Actually, there's a couple missing and it looks like someone tried to fix it, so I might have to clean someone else's glue off from right there. So there is this one. So 2 kind of similar ones made from one necklace. This is going to be number 21. And it's going to be, this one's going to be $4. The last one I think was $5. This one will be $4, just because it didn't take quite as much doing. And then also, there's the issue of this glue right here, that I might not be able to get all of that glue off. I'll try my best. But if you want to know about it before you commit to it, you can say, hey, I'm interested in number 21, but only if you could get that glue off, you know, if that's important to you. And then I'll be able to answer that for you. So there we go, number 21 for $4. And let's see. Love this chain. Okay, this is interesting. And what's going on with this one? An earring stuck in it. So we have a triple strand, I think right here. Let me get this out of the light box and see if I can figure out what's going on with it. Okay, this was probably pretty gorgeous in its day. It's got some dead stones, it's got a missing stone, but it has this kind of lay to the chain. Like it's a triple strand, but it's kind of staggered how it's attached to the main chain, and then these two are connected together right there, and then it comes down, and then you have sort of this drape type of thing happening in the front. So I'm going to have to take this pendant off, and this is really nice chain. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to take this pendant off, and then I'm going to clean this chain and see what else I can do with this one. So this won't be a spontaneous craft. This is going to be one I have to work with a little bit. Let's see what else we have going on in here. This is, oh, there's 2. So it's a pair of earrings. Nice. I had some like this recently that were jellyfish. So these are more sort of semi-jellyfish earrings. These are acrylic beads, it feels like. And they just need backs. This one has a back, but we'll put another back on it so they'll have matching backs. Oh, this one's missing a post. Okay. Well, there's something else we'll have to do with these then. These will be probably purse charms. Yeah, that's what I'm going to end up doing with these. Let's see what else we have here. I want to find something I can put along with that to turn it into something. That's a pretty earring, but I don't see a mate to it. Let's see. Oh, gorgeous. This looks like it's probably Lucky Brand or something. It just has that kind of look to it. Oh, you know what? I think I remember the video where I saw this because there's more pieces. I believe that one of these was maybe marked Lucky Brand. And maybe this did used to be a Lucky Brand necklace, I think. I'll have to see what those can be. That's pretty. I have some cameos that I need settings for. I'm wondering if one of them will fit in here. Okay. Got a lot to, okay, this goes with these things, I think. Yeah, and there's the little Lucky, their little 4-leaf clover hang tag. And that's what this is. These all go together. Let's see. Those all go together somehow. Oh, there's another one. So I'm going to put that all together. Probably not in this video. Okay. Lots of little puffy hoops. Well, some of them look quite similar to each other, but not exactly close enough to be matches. This has a mark on it. I'm going to see what that says. Okay, it says SU925. SU means China, but this doesn't feel like sterling. It does have a very bright scratch. That's the hoop. Let's do the post. Well, it is coming up blue. Okay, on the hoop and on the post. So that actually is sterling. So I wonder if there's a mate to this in here. I don't see one right off the bat. No, I don't see a mate, but we do have a sterling hoop right here. Okay. Oh, there's another piece to the Lucky Brand necklace. And apparently it used to be put together with this thread or cord. I'll have to do something with wire maybe when I restyle this. Something that'll be a little more durable. That was the gem eye cutting off. Okay, it looks like that's it, except for just a few little bits and baubles in the bottom of the bag. Let's see, we have another, here's a pendant with some, apparently some rhinestones in it. And it's copper. Okay, yeah, I was looking back through everything just to make sure there wasn't that a mate to that hoop in there. But there is another hoop. Let's take a look at that one. It's kind of silvery, but it's got a little too much of a coppery look to it. Okay, so we have some things to work on here. So I'm going to put all of this stuff aside. I'm going to be, remember, I'm going to be looking this up. This is from, that was Stacy, right? And then all of these pieces right here, well, hang on, let me bag this up separately. And then these little pieces here are going to show up in some Craft With Me videos, probably. Maybe later this week. I'm looking forward to putting the this Lucky Brand necklace back together. I'm making a purse charm out of this. Okay, so now I've gone through the two that I had from Nancy, and then the one that I had from Stacy, and we're only on number 21. So here's one that I can't fit in here. I'll just bring you with me. This is from Amy, Ultrasound Wanderer. Sorry. So she just sent me friend mail out of the blue, and some of that I couldn't wait, so I'd already opened it and looked through it, and some of that went into the Craft With Me video from last week where I used the old brooch, and then I hung the little flower-shaped rhinestone pendants from it. Those pendants came out. They were a bracelet that came out of this lot. So let's see what Amy has here. I'm going to see if I can just, nah, I'm not. I was going to see if I could just do it all in the light box, but it's so small in there. Okay, this is nice actually. It's stuck on an earring. There we go. Okay, so acrylic faux tort links and matte gold tone links. Actually, there doesn't seem to be any issue with this, and it looks pretty cool. Okay, here it is, just honey-colored amber honey tones of these rectangular links. This faux tortoise link, and that's all acrylic, and then matte gold tone Rolo links. Love that. That's really pretty, especially this would be really nice to layer up with your fall colors. Late autumn that we're going into now. This has a drop. I'm going to do this one just like it is. I'm not going to craft with this one because it's too pretty. This is a 17-inch drop with a 3-inch extender. And we're going to do this one. So it'll be number 22. I'll get something out of that bag. Here we go. It's number 22. And we'll just do that one for, let's just do it for $4. That is really, really pretty. I don't see a hang tag on it. But I really like that. That's really pretty. Okay. Here is something that's very tangled. Let's see, oh, that's an earring, okay, and it's tangled with a necklace here. I'll come back to those in just a minute. Let's see. This sort of reminds me of Lucky. little feather. I had something similar to this recently. This is glass, I believe. And I don't know, these beads right here might be sterling. Sort of a faint golden cast to that scratch. Yeah, just a little flash of blue, and then that went away pretty quick. So maybe some plating. Where did it go? There's something about these. I've had one of these before, so I'll have to look that up. Okay. Those would be neat on a purse charm together. Okay, here's something that's pretty neat looking. Let's see what we have. If I can get this earring off of it. Okay, missing stones. Yeah, that's missing a stone. So I'll have to craft with this, but I like the snake chain. And it's got this one sort of aquamarine colored stone, and it's missing two other stones right here and right here. So if they turn up in this bag, I can just glue them into place. We will see. That has a nice vintage look to it. I need to pay attention to when I'm dropping off the frame. Love to collect substantial chain. I just like that for my crafting pieces that I make. Let's see, that's a short chain. This is a heavier chain. And these are just plain chains. Oh, stainless, feels like it's heavy. Feels like a stainless curved chain. And that's what this feels like as well. Let's see. This looks very similar to that. Okay, here are these guys. One of them's kind of showing a little bit of copper. Actually, they both are showing just a little. The back kind of reminds me of a best. How if you flip over a best brooch, the back often looks like that. But these don't have any mark on them. These guys could be earrings or pendants. I'll clean them up. Oh, this is pretty. Look at this chain. Love this chain. Okay, let's clear everything out of the way. Okay, first, these two chains. I'll go ahead and have measurements on those and prices on those. And if these don't sell, they're just going to go in my collection. So we're on number 23. This heavier chain. This one's going to be $4. And let's see the length on it. The drop is 9 inches. The extender is 3 inches. There we go. And then the lighter one will be 24. It's not light as in like it's a lightweight chain. It's heavy for what it is. When I say light, I just meant it's lighter than the other one that it came up with. So let's recycle an older bag. And that already has a little 3, so we'll just make that say $3. And it's going to be number 24. Oh, I didn't give you, did I give you a measurement? Let's do it again. An 8-inch drop and a 2-inch extender. Okay, now we're going to look at this. Let's get these out of the way. This looks like it should have a maker on it, but I don't see any kind of mark. It does have this really neat little drop that hangs down the back, like what I was talking about earlier when we were looking at that faux shell. Look at this extender. Look at that. It's nice, weighty, and substantial. And then this drop that hangs off the back that looks like a conch shell. And then it's these panel links. This is really nice. Really, really like this one. And it has some length to it. Let me get this all straightened out. And then clasp it there. Okay. So without the extender, it's, I got some things in the way here. Without the extender, it's a 14-inch drop, and then a very substantial, very generous 5-inch extender. And again, if you've got something like your hair pulled up and that's hanging down the back, that just looks really neat. Has light surface scratching. I don't see any tone loss at all. No tone loss. It has beautiful silver tone and this gorgeous, gorgeous design. Really, really like that. So this one's going to be number, let's get a bigger bag for this one, 25. And we'll do that one. Let's see, we'll do that one for $5. It's heavy. It's heavy and nice. Really like that one. Okay, I think there's just little crafty bits remaining in this bag. And I'm wanting to make sure I get to our 30 pieces. So I'm going to look. There were 2 bags in the box from Amy. So I'm going to look in the other bag. Oh, look, what just came right off the top. There's a little heart. This kind of reminds me of Juicy. So there's no closure on it. It's just stretch. You know, you just put it on like this. And you have a little heart. There's a hang tag here. What does that say? NW, like 9 West maybe. Here it is right here. But all the little rhinestones are there. And it stretches. It's the popcorn chain, like a stretch popcorn. And you have silver tone around the ends. A little bit of tone loss right here and right here. But other than that, in great shape. That's really cute. So it does stretch, but without stretching, the size is a 7. And this one can stretch and you don't have to worry about like gaps between stones or something like that. just because when it stretches out, it's even all the way around. So it can go a little bit bigger than a 7. If 7's too small for you, you could probably be maybe a 7.5 and still wear this very comfortably, and it would still look pretty. So we'll do a nice little deal on that one. Has some tone loss, but it's still super, super cute. And you have to look close, in my opinion, to even see the tone loss. This one's going to be number 26. And we'll do that one for just $3. Pretty, pretty. Okay. You know how I love chain, so I'm going to go for the chain every time. This is kind of a lightweight chain. It's tangled up in something right now. I was tangled up in this pink cord, so I'm just going to cut that and just pull that out. And then we have this gold tone chain. I don't see a clasp on it anywhere. I don't see any other chain that looks similar to it. Oh, look at that. We'll test that in a minute. But no, I don't see any other chain that looks anything at all like it. So, I think I'll save this to craft with. So what is this? This looks neat. It has a hang tag. Looks like a Kate Spade hang tag. Oh, it is. Yeah, and there's the little spade right there that I totally overlooked. But there it is. Kate Spade. And it's these acrylic stones with the sort of creamy color and dark blue stripes. Let's see if the other half of this is here. No, I do not see the other half. So this will probably be purse charms. Yeah, those will definitely be purse charms later. I'm not going to make those right now. Okay. This is pretty. Okay, my subscriber, you know who you are. You're putting together the orange outfit. You're looking for jewelry to go with your orange outfit you're putting together. So this might work for you. There's a barrel closure. I think this is a vintage piece. No, that's not a closure. That's a bead. Okay. Is there a closure at all on this, or is it just over the head? It is just over the head. So sort of bronzy looking metal and black ceramic beads and orange ceramic beads. And just an alternating design. And great colors. If this doesn't work for my subscriber who's putting together her orange outfit, this would work for anybody who's looking for their jewelry with their autumn colors. So this is a 23 inch, no, well, about a 22.5 inch drop. Nice layering piece and beautiful, beautiful colors. And that's going to be number 27. I'm having to recycle bags because I ran out. I'm marking out old notes. This is 27, and we're going to do 27 right here for, oh gosh, we'll do that one for $4. Those are pretty, pretty ceramic beads. I like that bronze colored metal with those two. Okay. This is a freaking necklace. Here's a bracelet. I've seen this before. Can't remember where I've seen that before. Here is a faux tort necklace. Bauble bar. It's tangled up with something. There we go. And there's this. This looks like maybe shell. We'll look at that in just a minute. This bauble bar necklace doesn't have all of its stones. Oh, it's missing one right there. And it's discolored. I'm not sure I can get that. Oh, and this one's kind of on its way to being dead. So I'm not sure I can revive that one. But I can take it apart, definitely, and use these pieces. So is this like scrimshaw? Is that what this is? Possibly. Let's shine our light on it. Scrimshaw is carving into bone, and bone glows, so. You can't really tell if that glows so much. No, not really. No, this isn't glowing. Like, that's the difference. Like, this is glowing, and that is not. So, no, it's not bone. So I don't know what it is. Maybe some kind of resin, I guess. And they're attached to the same piece, but I can't tell what they're supposed to be. I'm going to do something else with those. Let's get rid of that. Okay, oh, this is coming apart. All right, there. So this will net lots of little bits. This was originally like one of these two-parters, I think. Or no, actually, it was just a wide bracelet because it probably all used to be connected like that. Like I'm looking at it like it was supposed to be like this, but at one time, all of these were probably connected, and it was just a wide bracelet. But these little bits will all get a new life. They will all be something else. Okay, let's see. Little green necklace. And the silver tone chain. These are just acrylic. AB. Let's see. The chain needs to be fixed right there. And it's missing a few stones. Okay, so only bits and baubles left here. I only need 3 more pieces. I really want to make it to 30. So let's look back at this other one again and let's see what this is maybe. So this is a gold tone. It has a lobster clasp on each end. So this can just be a layering necklace. Has a little faux leather woven in between the links. And the gold tone looks like it's in decent condition. I don't see any tone loss. It just looks like it maybe needs a wipe down, a little cleaning. This could be a purse chain. I wouldn't use it as a strap because it's probably not strong enough to be just what holds the entire weight of your bag. But you could use it as a decorative strap. So it could be a purse strap, or you could actually just wear this as a necklace, or even as a chain belt. It's a versatile piece, a very versatile piece. The length on it is $21. So yeah, you could probably use that as a little chain belt, or as a looking for a bag I can use a chain belt, or you can use it as a purse chain, or as a strap, or a necklace, a little layering necklace. This is 28, and we'll just do that one. We'll just do that one for $2. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the gem eye so we can test that. It's a stone for sure. Number 28 for $2. And if this is a nice stone, I might see what kind of chain I already have in my collection, because I don't really have one here. Well, I don't know. It might look nice with that one. Actually, I think it would look nice with that one. So maybe I'll find a clasp and do some impromptu crafting here to make us a number 29. So let's get calibrated here. I have to hold it here on this little glass disc until, on this glass disc right here, until the indicator goes down to glass, the lights change, and then put it on simulant until it beeps, and then we're ready to go. So this goes into Tanzanite aquamarine, chrysoprase emerald. It touches quartz citrine amethyst. Well, it's a little further into quartz citrine amethyst. It's fully in the middle of Tanzanite aquamarine. Well, and it's still moving. Okay, quartz citrine amethyst is where it seems to be resting. Okay, so this is a gemstone, and this little bail is too narrow to fit on this wide chain, but I do like the look of that wide chain with it. Let's see, what can I do here? I think, actually it might not be too wide. Let me see what I can do. Actually, I need to go get my piece of leather so I don't put birthmarks on this thing. Okay. There we go. It might might be exactly big enough, or maybe just not quite. I think it's verging on the side of not quite. Yeah, let's see if I can maybe widen it a little bit. And where's that link I opened up? I didn't pay attention to where I put it down. There it is. Okay. That's nice. But I'm wondering if I need a round ring to put that on now that I'm looking at it. Actually, I think a round one will help it lay better because an oval link will want to, zigzag to one side or the other. So I would have needed to take a link or open a link anyway, because remember this didn't have any kind of closure on it. This chain didn't. So let's close this bail back down where it used to be. It's windy and cloudy where I live today. And it was below freezing last night in Alabama, or at least in central Alabama where I am. But within 2 days, it's supposed to be in the mid-70s. So that's what weather's like here. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to put this ring on there. Again, I'll need to use my leather so I don't put birthmarks on it. That's what I call it when I have those little, sometimes unavoidable marks that get on a piece. Okay, I think that's open enough to accommodate our little pendant. And it seems to be. Okay, I'll close it back up. And then we'll connect each end. Okay, so we'll make this be an 18-inch. Actually, we'll make it a 16-inch necklace, but give it an extender. Okay. Not quite open enough. Well, let me come off camera and do this. Okay, I tried doing some of that without the leather wrapped around it to protect it, and these are the kinds of birthmarks it got. I would just, live with it if it was unavoidable, but in this case it is avoidable just by wrapping some leather around it as I go. So I'm going to put each end through this ring. Now it is going to get some dings because this is kind of a soft metal. And there are some dings even with the leather on it, but it's not so pitted like that last one was, the one I just showed you. Just sometimes it wants to slip like that when the leather is on it. Okay, so making sure it's not twisted. And putting the other end of the chain through the round ring, the round link. So as I'm filming this, you're going to be seeing this on Veterans Day. As I'm filming it, I can't talk and do this at the same time apparently. As I'm filming it, it's the day before Veterans Day. And I live in central Alabama, and Birmingham, Alabama is the home of the oldest Veterans Day parade in the nation. So I'll be going to that tomorrow. So I may be kind of slow to update pending and sold. I might be kind of slow to respond to emails, but I will as soon as I get home from the parade. Okay, there we go. So that's how it looks. But we still have the question of, you know, it's closed all the way around. So we're going to find the end right here. And we're going to open that up, and then we'll add a clasp and be done with it. And that'll be number 29. And we might just have to stop this video at 29 instead of 30, which is fine for the whole reason that I wanted to keep it at 30 anyway. It's just so it would fit. All the items will fit when I catalog them. They'll all fit on one sheet of paper on the front. So 29 will also fit on the front of a sheet of paper. Okay, let me get this out of the light box so I have more room to work. Okay. Got that done. Got it opened and then got the other link closed. So now I just need to find a clasp to put at the end. Okay, I got this bigger ring like the one that I used to attach the pendant. And then the only clasp I could find that seems big enough is this one from the Kate Spade broken necklace. But it needs to be polished up. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off. Since this isn't going to be a necklace anyway, this is going to turn into purse charms. So it won't be needing this clasp. I'll go ahead and take it off. Take off the Kate Spade tag. And then I'm going to see if this clasp will polish up. Get out my rights and see what we get. That's what it looks like going in. And there's a lot coming off of it. Oh yeah, a whole lot coming off. Okay, it's not going to be exactly the same color of gold tone, but it will be on the back. It doesn't have to match exactly. And again, I've said before, part of the beauty of having things upcycled is that they're not going to all look like they were made to go together. Okay. And that's what it looks like coming out. Nice. Very nice. Get all the extra remnants of polish off. looks great. Okay, so now I'm going to take off the ring that came with this one and replace it with that larger ring. Just because it'll look nicer. Okay. These rings are not quite as soft, so I don't have to worry as much about birthmarks showing up on these. Open it up a little bit more. I think I'm dropping off the screen a whole bunch in this video, and if I've been doing that, I apologize. Well, it's still not wide enough. That's some pretty thick chain. It's lightweight, but thick. Okay. So now our clasp is attached. And I just need to attach another ring here at this end, so we have something to clasp onto. And here we go. I'm going to just put on the one ring to use with the clasp. And if you're interested in this and you need an extender, let me know, and then I'll just add an extender for you. And then we got to make sure there's room between this link and the edge of the ring for the clasp to even go in it. It's kind of tight. Yeah, that is kind of tight. I need a bigger ring. Okay, this is what I have decided to do instead. I'm going to add another one of these same rings that's holding the pendant on and is holding the clasp on. I'll just put that on this end. Then I'll take this ring off. That fit, but it was just kind of too tight. I'm going to take it off of this last link and put it on that ring instead. There we go. And now it will fit just right, I think. There we go. And that is super cute. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. So here's the measurement on it. I was hoping for a drop of 16 or so inches. So it's a drop of just over 16 inches, about 16.5 inches. If you are interested in this, but you need more length than that, let me know, and I will add an extender for you. But there, that one is, and this is a gemstone. Remember, it went up into, it went high into the quartz citrine amethyst. It didn't quite touch the jadeite spinel line, but it got sort of close to it. But it is a gemstone. It's a very pretty one. On this nice heavy gold chain with this beautiful lobster clasp. There is a little bit of copper showing through on the clasp, but I don't think that's a big problem. See a little bit of leftover polish. I'll make sure that's gone. But there we go. And this is going to be number 29. And we're going to do that one. It's a nice piece of gemstone, and it took some work on that one. We're going to do that one for $8. That is a very pretty gemstone. And there is some weight on this one, not from the chain. The chain itself is kind of lightweight, but there's some weight from the stone. And that is a gemstone. So number 29 for $8. And we will have 30. I was going to stop at that 29, but I found this. Oh, well, I thought there was going to be a 30 because I found this, but it's missing some things. Well, darn. It's missing a few of these little drops on it. Okay, so we are going to stop at 29 after all, maybe. I'm looking back over here at this again. At this little heart. And thinking about just making that into a purse charm. I wish I had more to put with it. Because I like just having a little bit of extra. But I don't really see anything. Now I could, you remember that craft I did where I hung something on a hoop earring like that, but I don't have a way to hang this on to this hoop. Do I have a way to hang it onto one of these other hoops, maybe? No, not really. Not really. But I think I will do something similar with these hoops. If you remember the short that I did where I had a single hoop and I hung a pendant from it from one end and then hung it from a chain on the other end. That's what I'm having in mind right now. But I'm not going to do it in this video. I will do it in a different video. Meanwhile, I would like to go ahead and make this number 30 by making it into a purse charm. So I'll be right back. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, I had to go get a clasp, and it's this kind right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this earring post off of it. Oh, I keep forgetting that I fall off camera because I start looking directly into the light box instead of through the camera. Okay, now I'm going to take these rings off of here. Well, do I need to maybe? Actually, no, I'm going to leave those on there. And then just attach the heart directly to this bottom link. And this one won't be a $10 purse charm just because there's not the amount of work going into this one that goes into my ones that I charge usually $12 for, $12 and up on eBay. But here they're $10. And depending on the amount of work and the amount of extra materials that go into them. But this was very little work and very little extra material. So this one is just going to be $6. And I think it's adorable. And it's this kind of clasp. And I've seen people hook these on belt loops too. Like you can just hook that on your jeans, on your belt loop. Or you can hang it on your keyring or on your purse. It looks like a new earring that just didn't have a match. All the stones are there. All the little faux pearls are there. and it's cute. So that is, we have 30 items after all. And that is $6. All right. Well, I very, very much appreciate all the time you spent with me today. I really, I know all of us have limited amount of time, so I'm always appreciative when you spend some of yours watching the things I bring to you. And if you enjoyed today's content, please click the like button. Please share it with someone else that you think might also enjoy it. That'll help push me out into the algorithm a little bit, which I would certainly appreciate. Give me a comment because I enjoy reading and responding to those, and that also helps me in the algorithm. But most of all, if you would click that subscribe button if you haven't already, I would appreciate it so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.